Okay, y'all. Hey, welcome to the QuietTitle demonstration. I want to show you, how this robot works. It's a robot. It's a logic. The program I'm about ready to show you is the QuietTitle Robot. This one right here. This is a robot for composing QuietTitle property lawsuits in state court. So you can have a robot to help you to compose your QuietTitle. And it won't take that long. It'll take you as much as 15 minutes once you get all your information. You don't have to be a lawyer, or you don't have to know anything about QuietTitle. Once you get the information for the robot, which is just 7 pieces of easy information, and you give this to the robot, it will produce a QuietTitle lawsuit for you, along with all the court forms necessary to file the lawsuit. All right, so let's take a look at this bad boy. So basically, we're not actually using this robot, but I did take his logic and I put it in a computer program so we could use it on the PC or on the internet. So let's take a look at it. Who's this guy? This is a robot right here. It's James.
Hello, my name is James Title and welcome to the QuietTitle Matrix. If you are in foreclosure and need help right away to stop foreclosure, then you have come to the right place. We can help you no matter what the greedy bank told you or what your lawyer told you. You can file a QuietTitle lawsuit to protect your property and your interest. You don't have to pay greedy lawyers $50,000. When it comes to stopping foreclosure and regaining ownership and control of greedy banks, we're number one. You need a QuietTitle lawsuit to eliminate liens and clouds over the title on your property. You will need to sue them for fraud. I just wanted to assure you that even though you may be going through a foreclosure or eviction, it's not over yet. All you have to do is click on the red button below me and complete our free mortgage analysis, or you can even start your lawsuit right now. We will email you an immediate response and you can even start for free. That's right, we'll help you design a solution for your foreclosure for free. Just click the red button below. And then, if you decide that this is right for you, then you can make easy arrangements to pay for future services to save your home. You can also call us at 832-930-3777. Again, that phone number is 832-930-3777. Simply click the red button below me to stop the foreclosure and file a QuietTitle and fraud lawsuit. You can even sue them in federal court for debt harassment. Please don't let greedy banks or mortgage companies take your home. Contact us today for a free consultation without obligation. It's time to file a QuietTitle lawsuit against them. Thanks for passing by, and I'll see you on the other side. Take care and God bless you. You can click the red button below me right now.
Well, we're not going to click the red button, James, but thanks for your information. So here's the program, y'all. So basically, let me put the screen down a little bit. All right, so here's the program. Here's your license. So I'm going to take you through the steps. This is going to be our class time. So right now, we're going to start. What time is it right now? It's 7:59 my time. It's Eastern. This is Standard Time. This is welcome to Camp Alfred, computer camp, baby. I'm going to show you how to file a QuietTitle lawsuit using a robot. My robot, just 10 minutes. I'm an inventor, and it's one of my inventions right here. I've used it thousands of times to accumulate millions of dollars worth of property, to clear liens and stuff like that, okay? I've been using it, but now I'm releasing it to the public. So here we go. You need 7 pieces of information in order to use the program. And you should have this information prepared already before you use the program. But once you get this information, it's only going to take you about 10 minutes to put it in. So basically what you need is you're going to need the court name. That's going to be easy. Okay, if you don't have the court name, we have a program to find, a robot can find it for you. And you're going to need the plaintiff. That's going to be you. Okay, so you know your address and your phone number and all that other good stuff. So that's going to be easy. That's going to take you about 15 seconds, actually. And then you need to add the court information. the defendants. You want to add the defendants that's going to be in part of the case. These are the people that you're suing for the property, and you're going to need the property description. So if you have your property description, you can get that. That's easy to get. You can get that from the deed, okay? And you're going to need the jurisdiction of the court. That's also easy. You can get that from the robot because it has access to all the states. So if you're in Louisiana, you can get the QuietTitle states there. If you're in Florida, whatever state you're in. But today I'm going to demonstrate California, okay? And so you're going to need a section 6 is a basic background. Just a one paragraph, brief background of your case. You want to tell the court. You want to put this information in the computer so that a robot can produce the lawsuit for you. And then finally the section on fraud. You add a few fraud events in there and the robot will take care of the rest. Okay? So let's go take a look how that works. So we're going to go add that stuff right now. So here we are. I'm going to key in a name right here. What name are we going to use for this demonstration? Let's use Freddy Cougar. Freddy Cougar's a mean guy. All right. And up here, we're going to type a case reference. Freddy Cougar versus, let's see, Wells Fargo. Man. And so whoever it is you want to sue, you probably want to put like a little case reference right here. What's happening? This information right here will be copied to the lawsuit, to all the pages of the lawsuit. Okay. All right. So let's go on to page 2 now. And this is the screen right here. I've already filled in some data to make this video. I just want to show you the gist of how the program works. So I've already filled the screen in with the data already. But we can modify some of the data so you can see how it works. As you can see, it copied Freddy Cougar name right here because Freddy's licensed to use the software. Down here, I'm going to change the address to Freddy Cougar. Okay, Freddy. Now, Freddy, he lives on 123 Elm Street over there in Los Angeles. And this is his phone number. I'll try to call that number because Freddy's not really there. And this right here, y'all, is section 1. So we're going to fill out 7 sections. Here's what it looks like. Okay? By the time we fill out this last section, we'll be 100% complete. So let's fill out section 1. It's already filled out. You can see that's going to be pretty easy. Fred is going to be suing him in Los Angeles and Los Angeles County. But whatever court is, you're going to put it right here. You want to put the clerk of court information. You get this information directly off of their website. That's section 1, already completed. Section 2 is to put the plaintiff's name. The plaintiff is Freddy Cougar, the guy who's licensing the software. Freddy's address is right here. You want to put that in there too. So now you're 30% complete by putting in Freddy Cougar's name or the plaintiff's name. You could have more than one plaintiff right here, by the way. Thirdly, number 3, you want to key in those people who you're suing. So let's say we're suing Wells Fargo. And we suing PHH Mortgage. And let's say we want to also sue Deutsche Bank. You know, these guys are fraudsters. These are the people that you want to sue. So Wells Fargo is going to be located somewhere in Minnesota. I know that because Newt sued him over there, and Newt used to live there. Newt is a friend of mine who busted him up over there in Minnesota. The PHH Mortgage, well, I think these punks are from Florida. The Deutsche Bank, but they're from New York. All right. So I put some addresses right here already put the county. So this first guy is St. Paul County. The second guy, PHH Margaret, is going to be in West Palm Beach County. And Dutch Bank is going to be in New York County. Whatever. So this is the addresses that you just saw me keying. Now, going back down, we finish. This is easy. Keying these people name in because it's easy to find them. We're 50% done already just by keying this information in. The computer is computing the position, the complaint right now. So it's using the robot code. So once you get your legal description, you typically can copy and paste it right into this bad boy, right here. You also want to put his address. He lives at 231 Elm Street in Los Angeles, already added right here. And the jurisdiction, this piece of data right here, well, we can get that based on what state you live in, state laws. It's not a big deal. The robot has links. These links right here that the robot has are links to state laws for your particular state. I'm not going to click it. I'm just demonstrating California for right now, but this will work for any state. So these are the QuietTitle statutes, causes of action of the complaint. And these are the codes for each QuietTitle, for each of the actions. So you're suing for QuietTitle, this is the code in California. If you're going to sue them for fraud, this is the code for fraud. If you're suing for adverse possession of the property, this is the code in California. If you're suing for cancellation of written instruments, this is the code in California. And if you're suing for declaratory judgment, which this program is, that is the code right here. Of course, it's going to be different for your particular state. Now, let's move on to number 6. Once you get to number 6, you're going to be 90% complete. Okay? Check this box after you finish. It's just this basic paragraph I was telling you about. So this is a complaint for QuietTitle, let's say by Freddy Krueger. You can key in all this text. Freddy Krueger, all right? All right. And so that's it now. So we want to modify this paragraph right here. This paragraph is like a fit-all, but you can modify it. Just keep it short within the short block right here. Tell them what happened to you, who defrauded you. So Freddy Krueger is sued for $7 million. So basically, this is the fraud section right here, section number 7. This is the last section, and that's all. Once we complete this section, I'm going to show you in 1 second that we're going to have a full-blown lawsuit. Okay? So basically, you get all these fraudulent instruments that come to your house, some, collection letters, notice of default, notice of sale, notice of trustee deed upon the sale after they sold your property, sometimes assignment of deed of trust. These are fraudulent instruments that these people are sending to you. Yeah, but you can cash in on it though. I'm going to show you how to cash in on them, how to use these instruments against them, and to get the money from them using this lawsuit program. Been doing this for years, okay? You can do it too. Get the money from them and stop them from taking your property. So basically, these are the dates and the times of the fraud, that they committed the frauds. Right now, I put some dummy dates in here, but you want to put the real dates. And I put some dummy times. If you don't know the time, just put 10 o'clock. And we'll find out what the time later is and discover it once we sue them. And right here, this is the amount of money that was basically being defrauded out of. This is not hard to calculate. Let me give you an example. Let's say somebody's trying to get $250,000 from you. They say you owe $250,000, but it's a lie. What you do is you charge them with fraud, and you charge them with the $250,000. This is what they try to get from you, so you get that from them. They turn the tables around on them. So this column right here is basically for, the amounts of the fraud. These are the misrepresentation columns right here, where you get a chance to kind of briefly describe the misrepresentation that they made. For each one of these lines right here, you want to, put the misrepresentation that they made. Okay? And then after this, basically you're done. Let's take a look. Well, let's go see how long it took us. So the time I'm finished right now is going to be 8 o'clock. Okay, so I forgot to reset the clock. But look, it's from 7:39 to 8 o'clock. We're talking about maybe 20 minutes. Okay? I forgot to reset it, y'all, but it's been about 10 minutes since I've been keying this data in. But let's take a look at this. This is what it generated. Freddy Krueger, you're awesome, baby. Okay? And it's showtime. Okay? This is what the computer generated. It generated a QuietTitle complaint for Freddy Krueger versus Wells Fargo. It generated an affidavit for Freddy Krueger. It created a summons for Wells Fargo, and for each one of these defendants, the robot generated a summons for them because the robot knows they need to be sued. The robot put a little task list out there for you to complete to get this lawsuit filed on time. So here's the lawsuit. It's 15 pages. Okay? Freddy Krueger's name is up here. Freddy Krueger is the plaintiff. Freddy is suing Wells Fargo, PHH Mortgage, Deutsche Bank. These guys are fraud. Okay? It's a verified complaint for QuietTitle. That means there's a declaration at the end of the complaint. And this is the introduction. It's computer generated, so it's suing all these guys and anybody else who has an interest. Those two, whoever they are. Okay? And this is the property right here that's listed on the face of the complaint. It generates an introduction page, the jurisdiction of the complaint, why you're here and what right you have to come here, and a table of contents of the complaint that shows the organization of the complaint. The legal description, the title to the property, QuietTitle, fraud, adverse possession, illegal notes, cancellation of written instruments, and declaratory judgment, and a prayer for relief. This is what this complaint consists of. I'm going to thumb through it right quick. This is the parties. The parties is Freddy Krueger. The plaintiff is Freddy Krueger. The defendant is Wells Fargo, PHH Mortgage, and Deutsche Bank. The property is owned by Freddy Krueger. Of course, it's not going to be Freddy Krueger. It's going to be your name, okay? Whoever's going to be licensed in the program for purposes of this demonstration, Freddy Krueger is the one that's suing the fictitious guy. He might be real. So anyway, here you go, background of the case. This is inserted right here into the lawsuit to tell the judge what's going on, tell the defendants what's going on. It attaches Exhibit F, a fraudulent illegal foreclosure and eviction, is what we called it, whatever we call the fraud claim. And these are the instruments right here that was imported into the lawsuit, what you're complaining about, okay? These are the multiple frauds and the misrepresentations that you're complaining about. Let's appear on page 3 of the complaint. The legal description appears on page 4 of the complaint, along with some other pleadings. It's required for QuietTitle. On page 5 of the complaint, it shows a plaintiff's title to the property and explains about Fred's title, Freddy Krueger's title, and also some of those other instruments that Freddy is claiming is fraud. It lists them right here. You can also, if you want, put some more information in these yellow blocks to explain why these things are fraudulent, if you want to. That'd be a good idea. Takes a little bit more time, but it won't take that much more time. Here's a statement of facts regarding Exhibit F, the fraud claim, and the civil conspiracy, baby, and the fraudulent documents. Claiming this was a criminal strategy to steal your property. Okay. It talks about the fraud, and it talks again about the property that the defendants are trying to steal. Okay, which is your property. This is the first cause of action, quiet title. So it sues for quiet title. This is the complaint right here, along with all the documents that's part of the fraud. Okay. Second action is fraud and misrepresentation. Third action is adverse possession. You could also add some more data in. That's all you got to do. 1 page for each claim. That's all it is. Okay. Fourth cause of action. This one pleads automatically by the robot. The robot said he had a split note. This note is no good. The robot pleads it out here. You got to break and change the title. He wants the property back. Fifth cause of action is for cancellation of written instruments. These are the instruments that we would like to cancel that the robot listed. Okay, but you're all part of public record. This is some BS collection letter that they may have sent to you. This is how you use it against them, y'all. See this program right here? This will beat them down. Okay? So it adds everything that's void or voidable. It asks the court to void these instruments, okay? And you have to plead it right. So this is page 12 of 15. Is the complaint for cancellation of written instruments still continued on. It's 2 pages for that. And complaint for declaratory judgment. The last claim. And here's the prayer about Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger, in this case, is want a judgment for quiet title. He wants a judgment for fraud. And he wants $3 million for that fraud, too. Based on the fraud claim. I'm going to show you in a minute. He wants a claim from the declaration of claim 4 about the illegal note. He wants claim 5. And he makes a prayer for relief on the next page. This is the prayer. Okay, so altogether, Freddie is asking for several $7 million in this particular example. He's suing for civil conspiracy, actual damages, maybe the loss of his house, maybe whatever the fraud was. And so this is pretty gonna be the end. This is the verification of that Freddy Krueger, or whoever name is going to be using the program. It automatically generates the verification. You're going to sign this verification. It puts out the service addresses so these people can be served, and all of the exhibits that's going to be attached to the lawsuit to prove your case. Okay. It also makes some cover letters, cover pages for you, the exhibits. Isn't that cool? Whatever your exhibits are, it'll name them for you, so it looks pretty neat. So here's Exhibit F, the complaint for fraud. The complaint for fraud is like a sub program. Okay, so each time you make reference to fraud in the main program, you're talking about this 12-page complaint right here. This is a certified complaint for fraud, baby. It puts their name, Freddy Krueger versus all these people right here, okay, for the fraud. And the nature of the fraud was a fraudulent illegal foreclosure and eviction that Fred is complaining about in this particular case. Okay? This space right here is left over for in case you want to add something that might customize the complaint more. But as you can see, it keeps access to the address where Freddie lived and access to everything that was fraudulent that he was talking about in the main complaint. Okay? So it goes through a whole 12 pages of fraud, of the fraud claim. So that's it. This is what you owe. This is the sub complaint for fraud. Fred is claiming $3 million here. So let's go see what else it generated. So it generated all the civil cover sheets. One for Wells Fargo, for PHH Mortgage, and whoever else is being sued. Here's the civil cover sheets. Freddy Krueger's name is up here. All right. Freddy's suing them for wrongful eviction and others. This is civil cover sheets that come in California. And your court has one too, depending on wherever court has a civil cover sheet. This is the one for California. This is the instruction how to complete the cover sheet, blah, blah, blah. The computer already completed the cover sheet. And these are the summons that's used to bring the defendants into the court's jurisdiction. Automatically prepared. Freddy Krueger is representing himself pro se. He's suing Wells Fargo. So the computer generated, as you can see here, a summons for Wells Fargo. All right. It also generated a notice of pendency of action. This is called a list pending. You file this when you file a quiet title. This is the California form right here. So once you file the lawsuit, you can file this against the property records. This will let the world know that there's a property lawsuit against the property. Nobody wants to buy it after that, pretty much. If you're in adverse possession of the property, the robot is designed and issued an affidavit to support your affidavit of adverse possession. For example, they sold your property, the deed has changed, you're no longer the owner, but you're still in the house. Well, you should file this right here, and you can take adverse possession of the house, okay? If the police come by, this is notice to the police too. And then you just get this thing notified, notarized, and I guess if the police did come to your house, it wouldn't be a big deal because, number one, you had adverse possession, that's legal. Here's federal court. It prepares documents if you want to file in federal court, as you can see, it's a civil cover sheet in federal court, automatically prepared by the robot. Freddy Krueger is suing him in federal court, if he chose to sue in federal court. Okay? I'm not going to go through all of this, y'all. I think you get the gist of it. But as you can see, everything was generated by the computer, the summons and everything, man. So this makes the lawsuit go quicker when it's automatically generated like that. And so these are the steps, the easiest steps that was used to complete this. And we did this in a few minutes. And if you have any questions, you can email me to this email address right here, or give me a holler or a text message, whatever, at these numbers right here. And thanks for watching, and how to compose a QuietTitle lawsuit in just 10 minutes. If you need me for any reason, this is my contact information. If you want to sue somebody, you need to have them sue to get your property back, give me a call. You can license the software. I don't just sell it outright, I license the software. Just contact me for a license, and I'll be glad to help you. We won't give you any legal advice, but we'll be glad to help you get your lawsuit rolling. Have a good day, and you take care, and I look forward to hearing from you. Getting back to the robot page.